Over the past few days, I've watched how quickly whispers can turn into something that feels like fact. The story of Nancy Guthrie, the 84-year-old Tucson grandmother whose disappearance has shaken so many hearts, has become fertile ground for speculation. People are digging through fragments, half-remembered conversations, and dramatic theories, trying to assemble a hidden narrative. But here's the hard truth. When someone vanishes, especially someone connected to a public figure like Savannah Guthrie, imagination often outruns evidence. It's tempting to believe there must be a secret life, a double identity, a decades-long deception. Those ideas feel cinematic. They give chaos a storyline. Yet in moments like this, we owe real families something steadier than suspense. We owe them patience. We owe them care. And above all, we owe them the discipline to separate verified facts from the dramatic narratives that spread so easily online. The woman behind the headlines. Before theories took over timelines, Nancy was known simply as a devoted mother, widow, grandmother, and community member in Tucson, Arizona. After losing her husband decades ago, she rebuilt her life quietly. Friends described her as steady, practical, and deeply faithful. She volunteered at church, supported local causes, and raised 3 children who carried her resilience into their own careers. Savannah has often spoken publicly about her mother's strength, crediting her for shaping the discipline and compassion viewers see on today. To neighbors, Nancy wasn't mysterious. She was familiar. She attended gatherings, remembered birthdays, and offered comfort when others were struggling. That image may not be sensational, but it is meaningful. And sometimes the simplest explanation, that a person lived a layered human life with private dimensions, is far more believable than the idea of an elaborate double existence worthy of a thriller script. The envelope that sparked speculation. In emotionally charged situations, even small details can ignite massive narratives. An unmarked envelope, an old photograph, a name written on the back. These fragments, whether authentic or misunderstood, become symbols people latch onto. Social media threads grow quickly. Comment sections fill with confident conclusions, yet photographs without context are just frozen moments. A man standing beside someone in Santa Fe, New Mexico, could be a friend, a colleague, a fellow church member, or someone entirely unrelated to any dramatic theory. A name like Elena might be a nickname, a character reference, or a misunderstanding entirely. When fear mixes with curiosity, our minds rush to fill in blanks. But responsible storytelling requires restraint. Real investigations depend on verifiable evidence, not narrative leaps. And families navigating grief deserve clarity, not amplified conjecture built on incomplete information. The danger of the double life narrative. The idea of a secret parallel identity is powerful because it satisfies a psychological need. It explains the unexplainable. If something terrible happens, we want a reason dramatic enough to match our shock. So the phrase double life appears, and suddenly every unexplained trip or private moment becomes suspicious. But many people maintain parts of themselves that different circles never fully see. A woman can be a mother in Tucson and still have friendships, creative interests, or retreats elsewhere, without it forming a web of deception. Privacy is not proof of betrayal. Independence is not evidence of conspiracy. When stories escalate into aliases, hidden bank accounts, or burner phones without confirmed reporting, the narrative shifts from compassionate inquiry to fictional construction. That shift might drive engagement, but it can also distort reality and deepen the pain of those already struggling to understand what happened. Public families and private grief. Because Savannah is a national journalist, the public feels unusually close to this story. Viewers have watched her for years, trusted her voice during elections and crises, and celebrated milestones alongside her. That familiarity can create a sense of entitlement to every detail. But being a public figure does not erase the right to private grief. If new information about Nancy's life has surfaced, it is for her family and investigators to process first. The urge to crowdsource conclusions or debate moral judgments online rarely helps. It often adds noise to an already overwhelming moment. Behind every trending topic is a real family sitting at kitchen tables, replaying memories, questioning what they missed, and wishing for clarity. Compassion means allowing space for that process without turning it into episodic entertainment. How speculation spreads. So quickly, we live in a time when engagement often outweighs accuracy. A dramatic theory travels faster than a cautious update. When someone suggests blackmail, secret romances, or hidden identities, the language itself is designed to spark emotion, and emotion fuels sharing. But responsible reporting requires confirmation from authorities, documented timelines, and careful sourcing. Without that, even well-intentioned commentary can morph into misinformation. It is important to remember that law enforcement investigations rely on facts that may not be public yet. Premature conclusions can interfere with that work. They can also unfairly implicate innocent people. In moments like these, slowing down is not boring. It is ethical. Let the professionals investigate. Let the family speak when they are ready. Let truth emerge without forcing it into a dramatic mold. The complexity of a human life. Even if Nancy had friendships, creative passions, or private chapters her children did not fully know, that would not automatically rewrite her character. Parents often carry dimensions their children discover gradually over time. We are not singular roles. We are layered individuals. A widow can seek companionship. A grandmother can pursue art. A faithful churchgoer can still wrestle with loneliness. None of that diminishes devotion. In fact, it highlights humanity. When we label complexity as deception, we risk flattening people into caricatures. The more compassionate perspective allows room for nuance. A life can be faithful and flawed, steady and searching, open and private, all at once. That possibility doesn't create scandal, it creates empathy. And empathy is far more constructive than sensational storytelling, the role of media responsibility. For journalists and commentators alike, this moment is a test of integrity. It is easy to frame events with cliffhangers and calls to subscribe for updates. It is harder to choose measured language. When covering stories connected to high-profile figures like Savannah, outlets must balance public interest with humanity. That means verifying before amplifying. It means avoiding loaded terms that suggest motives without evidence. And it means remembering that behind every headline is someone's mother. The public deserves accurate information. The family deserves dignity. Those two goals are not in conflict. They are complementary. Responsible storytelling does not eliminate curiosity. It simply channels it through care rather than spectacle. Choosing compassion over conspiracy. Right now, the most important truth is simple. A family is searching for answers. Whether the explanation turns out to be ordinary, tragic, or unexpectedly complex, it will belong first to those who loved Nancy. Instead of asking whether secrets change everything, perhaps the better question is how we respond to uncertainty. Do we rush to build dramatic frameworks? Or do we hold space for patience and empathy? Real life is rarely as theatrical as rumors suggest. It is quieter, messier, and often more human. Until verified information emerges, the most respectful stance is restraint. Let investigators do their work. Let loved ones grieve without a spotlight magnifying every possibility. And let us remember that behind every theory is a real person whose story deserves truth, not embellishment.